Review of Perfect World Episode 274. At the end of the previous episode, Meng Tianzheng wielded the embryonic Great Luo sword and unleashed a devastating attack, completely finishing off Kong Tuo. The heavens and earth once again saw a rain of blood and the phenomenon of falling bones, signaling the of another supreme being. At this moment, the remaining three supreme beings were all shaken by his own strength alone. Meng Tianzheng had consecutively killed two supreme experts from the foreign realm. After recalling his split primordial spirit and vital energy, he continued to wield the heaven-opening axe, using the blood-colored battle axe to shatter half of Yi Gu's body, severely injuring him. However, just as he gained the upper hand, Meng Tianzheng sensed reinforcements from the foreign realm approaching from the heavenly beast forest. Realizing the unfavorable situation, he immediately retreated, bringing Shi Hao back to the Imperial Pass. At the same time, the immortal artifacts that had been restraining each other separated and flew back to their respective masters. Shi Hao was deeply shocked by the Great Elder's achievements. In a single battle, Meng Tianzheng had slain two foreign realm supremes and severely injured several others. Had reinforcements not arrived in time, his accomplishments might have been even more glorious. After the earth-shaking bloody battle, Meng Tianzheng brought Shi Hao back before the majestic Imperial Pass, though his golden battle armor was tattered and his entire body stained with blood. He still maintained the supreme bearing of an invincible powerhouse. Using an altar to open a passage into the Imperial City, the two left behind the pursuing foreign supremes, who could only stand outside filled with killing intent and resentment, as this place was an impregnable defensive line of the 9 heavens and 10 earths. Inside the city, everyone had assumed Shi Hao had died in the heavenly beast forest. When they discovered Meng Tianzheng and Shi Hao appearing together on the teleportation altar, the entire Imperial Pass was shaken, and the news that Huang is alive spread rapidly. The crowd was overwhelmed with excitement. They knew the foreign realm had sealed off the forest with a massive army and many supremes. So Meng Tianzheng rescuing Shi Hao was almost a miracle. Seeing his blood-soaked armor and battle scars, everyone understood he had just gone through an extremely brutal supreme-level battle. The news spread throughout the Imperial City, causing it to erupt, not only because Shi Hao had survived and returned with the mysterious wooden staff, but also because Meng Tianzheng's battle achievements were astonishing. As he walked deeper into the city, countless people revered him as a war immortal reborn. When asked about the outcome of the battle, Shi Hao revealed that the Great Elder had single-handedly slain two foreign realm supremes and seriously injured another. Without the timely arrival of reinforcements, the results could have been even greater. This revelation left everyone shocked and fired up with passion. Later, Meng Tianzheng brought Shi Hao to his secluded cultivation site in a mountain range filled with chaotic energy. There, Shi Hao realized that the Great Elder's injuries were far more severe than expected. His body was covered in cracks like fragile porcelain about to shatter. Shi Hao immediately took out a leaf from an immortal medicine to help heal him, but was refused. The Great Elder explained that his life was not in danger during the battle. He had deliberately used the attacks of multiple supremes to temper himself, seeking an opportunity to break through his realm. He had once walked the path of using his body as the seed, nearly dying and being reborn from ashes. So this time he also wished to use a life-and-death battle to complete his final transformation. However, the pressure of the battle was still insufficient for him to succeed. Only then did Shi Hao realize that the Great Elder's true strength was even more terrifying than what had been displayed. Meng Tianzheng decided to immediately enter seclusion, both to heal and attempt a breakthrough. Before entering seclusion, he examined the rotten wooden staff one last time but still could not uncover its secret. In the end, he returned it to Shi Hao and affirmed that Shi Hao's achievements this time were tremendous. Killing many foreign geniuses and bringing back the treasure would be enough to change the attitudes of the forces within the Imperial Pass, even possibly absolving the Shi clan of their crime. Shi Hao felt immense gratitude and respect for the Great Elder, knowing that without Meng Tianzheng risking his life to break into the enemy encirclement, he would never have survived. After giving his instructions, the Great Elder began his seclusion, preparing for the most important transformation and breakthrough of his life. After leaving, Shi Hao carried the rotten wooden staff outside, immediately attracting widespread attention. Everyone knew this treasure had caused the foreign realm to mobilize armies to seal off many areas of the borderlands to hunt him down. since neither he nor the Great Elder had uncovered its secrets. Shi Hao did not mind letting others observe it. News of his safe return quickly drew many friends and young geniuses of the Imperial Pass, such as Cao Yusheng, Chong Gonggan, the Heavenly Horned Ant, 10-Crowned King, Exiled Immortal, Shi Yi, Ning Chuan, and many others. Even members of the Wang and Jin clans appeared to see the mysterious staff for themselves. The gathering became lively, with everyone delighted to see Shi Hao alive after the Heavenly Beast Forest incident. Cao Yusheng and others said they had wanted to go out to rescue him earlier but were stopped by Meng Tianzheng. When Shi Hao saw Cao Yusheng and the Taiyan Jade Rabbit, he was momentarily dazed. Memories from the burial zone surfaced, making him think of their mysterious fates in the distant future. However, he quickly regained composure and chatted with everyone. The crowd was especially curious about the wooden staff. Shi Hao generously let everyone study it, immediately sparking a scramble among the geniuses. Even figures like 10-Crowned King and the Exiled Immortal wanted to be the first to hold it. The atmosphere turned cheerful with playful banter and arguments between the Heavenly Horned Ant and Cao Yusheng. Meanwhile, Wang Shi and Jin Zan only observed from afar. Relations between the Wang clan and Shi Hao were tense, so neither side approached the other. Jin Zan, in particular, was unconvinced by Shi Hao's reputation but restrained himself, as the situation was not suitable for conflict. After that, the whole group headed to a large tavern to gather. Along the way, everyone kept asking about the experiences beyond the frontier wasteland. Shi Hao recounted encountering descendants of ancient clans, geniuses of the foreign imperial races, the successor of He Wushuang, and many other terrifying experts. When they heard that he had directly or indirectly killed thousands of enemies, everyone was utterly astonished. Shi Hao did not hide his achievements, as he wanted to use these merits to help clear the old accusations against the Shi clan in the Imperial Pass. He continued telling stories about his experiences in the burial region, the mysterious burial beings, and his battle against the lineage of the fearless lion. These feats left everyone extremely excited. When asked about the strongest, return-to-ancestor, creature of that clan, Shi Hao directly released the golden lion in front of everyone. Seeing such a powerful being from the foreign domain now reduced to Shi Hao's mount, the crowd was both shocked and full of admiration. His stories of battles beyond the frontier further boosted his reputation. Just as the atmosphere grew lively, a highly respected elder from the Jin clan approached. After confirming that the Yang wood was indeed a treasure brought back from outside, he declared it extremely important and demanded that Shi Hao hand it over so the figures of the Imperial Pass could study it together. This demand instantly turned the cheerful mood tense. Some believed such an important treasure should indeed be handed over for study, but most realized the Jin clan was taking the opportunity to suppress Shi Hao. After all, Shi Hao had just made great contributions by bringing back the Yang wood, something the foreign domain had fought madly over, and surviving an unprecedented siege. His reputation was at its peak, so the Jin clan's actions were seen as deliberately undermining his achievements and prestige. Qing Yi was the first to speak up in his defense, stating that Shi Hao deserved respect for his great contributions. Cao Yusheng, Chong Gonggan, and many other young people also voiced their opposition to the Jin clan's attitude. However, some elders siding with the Jin clan argued in the name of the greater good that the Yang wood should be handed over. Further intensifying the confrontation, Chong Gonggan bluntly criticized that if those who returned with merit were treated this way, who would dare risk their lives on the battlefield in the future? The Taiyan Jade Rabbit also attacked Jin Yi without restraint, accusing him of jealousy and deliberate suppression. Jin Yi quickly shifted the argument, claiming that Shi Hao had caused Meng Tianzheng to risk his life and suffer severe injuries after battling the supreme beings of the foreign domain. This argument was immediately met with fierce rebuttal. The Heavenly Horned Ant pointed out that if rescue was considered wrong, then why hadn't the supreme beings of the Imperial Pass gone to battle themselves? Cao Yusheng and the Taiyan Jade Rabbit also argued that Meng Tianzheng saving his disciple and bringing back the treasure was a glorious achievement, not a crime. As the debate continued, more people in the Imperial Pass began siding with Shi Hao, and even some neutral elders expressed dissatisfaction with the Jin clan's attitude. Seeing the situation turn unfavorable, members of the Wang clan appeared to mediate on the surface, but in reality subtly helped the Jin clan shift public opinion. They used concern over Meng Tianzheng's injuries and the safety of the imperial pass to justify Jin Yi's actions. Then a core member of the Jin clan, Jin Hun, spoke up, implying that Shi Hao had become arrogant because of his achievements and no longer respected his elders. At this point, Shi Hao finally broke his silence and coldly replied that shameless people were not worth explaining anything to. His firm response enraged Jin Hun and Jin Yi. The two great cultivators of the Dunyi realm tried to pressure Shi Hao into yielding by invoking their senior status. From the Jin clan's unusual behavior, Shi Hao began to suspect that the force that had secretly obstructed him in the heavenly beast forest might have been them. So he had no intention of backing down. At that moment, Cao Yusheng secretly transmitted an important message. The soul lamp representing Meng Tianzheng's life outside his seclusion had dimmed significantly. It was very likely that the Jin clan knew about this and was taking advantage of the situation to apply pressure. Though shaken, Shi Hao quickly calmed himself. He clearly remembered that the Grand Elder had said he was not in danger but undergoing an important transformation. Seeing that Shi Hao still refused to yield, the Jin clan grew even angrier. At this point, Jin Zan, the number one genius of the Jin clan, stepped forward and used his status and authority to question Shi Hao. Facing the most renowned figure of the Jin clan's younger generation, Shi Hao did not retreat at all. He stared directly at Jin Zan and responded with imposing confidence. After being repeatedly slighted, Jin Zan became furious. He openly stood up for his elders and challenged Huang, revealing that he had broken through to the self-realm. He filled the Jin clan with confidence. They believed this was the perfect opportunity to crush Shi Hao and establish Jin Zan's invincible reputation among the younger generation. However, Shi Hao remained completely calm. With just a casual wave of his sleeve, he forced Jin Zan back, shocking everyone present. Even so, Jin Zan refused to accept defeat and formally initiated a decisive battle. Despite the concern of Cao Yusheng and Qing Yi, Shi Hao coldly declared that Jin Zan was too weak to be his opponent. This statement stunned everyone. Jin Zan immediately unleashed his strongest sword technique, with sword light tearing through the sky toward Shi Hao. In response, Shi Hao simply used the first move of the 8 scattering Buddha forms, effortlessly dissolving the sword energy before counter-attacking. A burst of Buddhist divine light erupted, directly shattering Jin Zan's defenses. With just a single move, Jin Zan was sent flying. His battle armor shattered, he coughed up blood from severe injuries, and collapsed to the ground. The entire scene fell into dead silence. The Jin clan was completely stunned, unable to believe that their top genius had been defeated so easily. In the end, Jin Zan bitterly admitted that Shi Hao had already reached the mid-stage of the self-realm, a level clearly above his own. This truth shocked everyone to the core. Huang was not only stronger in combat power but also surpassed him in cultivation level. His reputation soared even higher, leaving all in awe and fear. Alright, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like and comment to support me so I can keep making new videos.